hip thrust then is obviously something that a lot of women know about, but not a lot of women do correctly. Your head is staying always looking at your boobs, basically. Look down at your boobs. Enjoy the sight. Hi everyone and welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's video I'm going to be discussing the 3 best workouts that you can be doing to grow your glutes. So my first one then, this is like the bottom of the pile, but it's still just as important as the other ones. So it's hip abductions, and this is basically because it strengthens your abductor muscles. This is obviously important because like it helps make the booty look wide. Like, why would you not want that? So if you're looking to get that full rounded bum look, then this exercise is crucial to incorporate because it hits those side glutes, the gluteus medius, and it basically pushes out your hips. It isn't obviously going to make a drastic difference where you're going to be like all curvaceous just because you've been doing like the hip abduction machine. That's not the case, but it is definitely going to give you that little side booty, you know what I mean? So it's definitely good in that department to strengthen the gluteus medius. Everyone wants the full rounded look. We don't want to be looking straight from the front, but you got a shelf on the back. Like, we want, you know, all of it. So my second exercise that you should be doing is squats. Now I'm talking barbell back squats in this respect. You can also do like goblet squats and things like that, but barbell back squats are probably the best, I would say, because there's so many different variations that you can be doing of the barbell back squat. Your foot stance and your leg stance is so important in this for targeting your glutes. I know so many people don't feel squats in their glutes because they're quad dominant or whatever, but if you incorporate glute isolation exercises before you start your glute workout, and if you have the perfect stance, which I will explain to you in a second, then you will definitely feel this movement in your glutes. I know I for sure do, and I know that probably most other women who are pretty advanced in training their glutes, I suppose, do actually feel the squat in their bum. So what you want to do, don't go too far apart when you are doing a squat. I'd say feet apart by shoulder width. So keep your feet apart by shoulder width, yeah? And then when you're going down into the movement, push your knees outwards. Now I'm going to say something here that I don't necessarily agree with, but if you do need and if you struggle with pushing your knees out during a squat, then use a glute band. Put a booty band around your legs and it will force you to push your knees outwards during the movement. And if you're a beginner, this is really, really helpful because it trains you and it obviously gets you into the habit of pushing your knees out during the squat. And this is the way that you're really going to feel your glutes in the movement. Also, when you're coming up from the squat, try to push upwards from your heels. Don't do it from your toes, don't do it from like the whole flat of your foot. Try to push like mostly from your heel so you feel the pressure in your heel. Obviously try not to lose your balance while you're doing this. It will come with practice the more that you do it, but they are my main tips while doing the squat to make you be able to feel it in your glutes while you're doing it. Also in the squat you can incorporate a downward or eccentric phase where you count down. So your squat should always be slower on the way down and quicker on the way up. So I'd say count to maybe like 3 or to 5 in your lowering phase of the squat. So when you are squatting down, that is the lowering phase. And say count from the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hit the bottom, up again. 1, 2, 3, you get the gist. And these are the different ways that you're going to feel the burn in your glutes, trust me. Third and final one is the hip thrust. It is the best. Our boy Brett Contreras created this exercise. He is the glute guy, or the glute god as I like to call him. If you go on his website, type in Brett Contreras on Google, whatever you want. I'll spell his name out here because it can be a bit difficult. Go and read some of his articles, guys. You will not regret it. Trust me, if you're looking to grow your glutes, he is the guy to go to. I learned everything I know about glute growth from him. And I honestly never knew anything about glutes, never knew anything about weight training before him. He taught me everything I know, and that was just from simply reading up on his articles and things like that. So definitely go and give his website a little look and see if you're interested in any of the articles that he has posted about your glutes. So the hip thrust then is obviously something that a lot of women know about, but not a lot of women do correctly. It's so difficult because you have to get your scapulae, however you want to pronounce it.
Scapulae.
I can never pronounce this word. It is this part of your back, so your little backbone where it sticks out here. You want to get that on the actual hip thrust bench or whatever it is that you're using to lie on or lean back on while you're doing your hip thrust. It wants to be above that. So you want your bone to be balancing on the box. Once you've done that, you're gonna push upwards and look forward. So you're always looking forward. Never is your head going backwards with the movement. So as you go up, you're not rocking like a seesaw. Your head is staying always looking at your boobs, basically. Look down at your boobs. Enjoy the sight. Just look down at your boobs. Stay there. And then push upwards. Scoop your tailbone into itself. So your head is staying where it is. It's so difficult to explain. Let's demonstrate it. So imagine this is your little hip thrust box, yeah? You're gonna lower yourself down. All right, so I've got, can you see where my back is laying right now? It is on the scapulae.
Scapulae.
I have a feeling the chair's gonna go around. I'm just gonna hold on to the legs of the chair to try and keep myself stable. So you're going to have your foot placement outwards a little bit, your feet pointing outwards, and then you're going to keep your head where it is, and you're going to push upwards. So, like so. Obviously this is so difficult because this chair is far too high for a hip thrust. My head is staying exactly where it is, and I am only scooping my tailbone into itself. I'm not rocking back and forth like this. This is exactly the wrong movement. That hurt, guys. That hurt my back more than anything. Alright, I'm just gonna finish the video down here because I'm already down here. So that is how to do proper form in a hip thrust. I'm sorry that it's not in a gym. Do not be rocking back and forth because you're taking the tension out of the movement. To get the maximum tension, if you keep your head straight and your bum comes up into itself, your glutes have to squeeze together. They have no choice but to squeeze. So it gets the maximum amount of time under tension, especially if you do a hold at the top of the movement. So when you've got your bum squeezed at the top, if you count to maybe 3 to 5, girl, it's gonna burn. Trust me, it's going to fucking hurt. Trust me when I tell you this, when your muscle extends, it is just as important as when it contracts. There's so many studies that do actually say that the extension phase is actually better for building muscle than the contraction phase. So please don't ever neglect the downward movement of an exercise, including your squat. So like I said, when you're going down, you want to count. Don't ever skip out on an eccentric phase because they are so important. When your glute is at its stretched position, this is the time where it's under stress. It's mechanical tension, guys. This is what you need. You need stress, you need mechanical tension, you need time under tension, you need all these different things for your glutes to grow. Obviously, I am a fan of other exercises like Romanian deadlifts, like sumo deadlifts, like goblet squats, and Bulgarian split squats are great. I can never say that. Bulgarian split squats are also great, but like I say, like these are just my top 3 movements that are the best like OG movements for growing your glutes. If you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, then please don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on the notification bell for more videos from me and to be alerted when I do post. And if you haven't already followed me on social media, I will leave it here. Go follow me on there. Hit me up with some love because it's feeling a little bit lonely. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.